They'll have plenty of help over there.
Well, speaking of his brother, which quarterback, Diana, will start for the Washington Redskins?
I think the healthiest one at this point, right? So Washington's waiting to see where Colt McCoy is in terms of his health. They're waiting to see where Case Keenum is in terms of his health as well. He's dealing with a foot injury. He's dealing with some soreness. That's the reason why he came out of the game, as we saw on Sunday against the Giants. Will it be Dwayne Haskins' turn? From what I've been able to gather in terms of the information, it's no. As much as I think the front office will continually want to see Haskins out there, Jay Gruden and the rest of that offensive staff is going to go with the quarterback that they think can give them the best chance to win at this point, and that will be the healthiest quarterback, whether that's going to be Case Keenum or Colt McCoy.
Let's talk about that for just a minute, Coach, because obviously you're in a bit of a tough spot. You've now opted for the young rookie who you drafted in April. He's been put in a game, put in a tough spot, but not as a starter. You know, what do you do now in terms of the development, the long-term development of Dwayne Haskins?
Well, until the coach believes that Haskins is going to give him a chance to win, he doesn't want to play him. And I don't see any level of comfort, you know, the way this has all been handled. They've talked about McCoy, they've talked about Case Keenum. I mean, these are career backup kind of guys to me. You'd like to find out what you really have in this quarterback. Maybe not against the Patriots going into this week. Maybe they feel like they need to hold him back and let him continue to develop, let the other guys play. But it is an awkward situation anytime you take a quarterback that high. Mm-hmm. The question is going to be asked until you start to play him.
Well, until you start to play him, but it's also tricky because in terms of what you hope he'll become as he continues to develop, is there a risk of too much too soon, especially against a team like New England where, let's face it, you're going in really shorthanded?
Yeah, listen, I understand the situation here is when you look at Jay Gruden, you can tell he's not comfortable with Dwayne Haskins as his quarterback right now. I think if he had his choice, it would be Colt McCoy. But you had to push Dwayne Haskins out there last week because you had a foot injury to Case Keenum, and it was bad. And I know if you're Jay Gruden, you're sitting at your house right now or you're sitting in your office going, see, I told him it would look bad. That's why he wasn't out there in the first place. But he's already been out there. And you do know that Case Keenum is a career backup. You do know that Colt McCoy is a career backup. These guys have started, but every time they start in a place, what is that team always doing? Looking for somebody to replace them. You have your guy, you've already put him out there, and you put him in a bad situation, not from a standpoint of the team he was playing, but from the standpoint of, you know, Dwayne Haskins isn't Chase Daniel. Dwayne Haskins isn't a guy who can learn without the reps. So now make a game plan for him and give him an opportunity to play.
So you say start Dwayne Haskins.
I'm saying play him.
Ryan, he can't play the position yet. He's not ready. He's going up against the New England Patriots. He got eaten alive by the Giants. What do you think New England, with the best defense in the league, is going to do to Dwayne Haskins? I see what your point is of just roll him out. Let's see what we got. He can't do the job.
Understand?
And if you're Jay Gruden here,
okay,
and you're reading the tea leaves here, and you think, all right, there's a chance here I'm out. Why not finish and go out on my own terms? Why am I going to go out there and play the guy I didn't even want to draft? Everyone in the league is watching how Jay Gruden's going to handle this. And if he goes and just does what Dan Snyder, what Bruce Allen's going to want him to do, what credibility does Jay Gruden have?
Well, the thing that you're mistaken is that he has any credibility in the first place, right? He took over.
There are a lot of people in this
league
league that think that Jay Gruden can still coach. Maybe not in a head coaching position,
right.
but in terms of running an offense.
And so that's my thing. The head coaching decisions that you make are who your quarterback is. He messed it up when it was RG3 and Kirk Cousins, and the way he handled it, not the way he picked his guy. I believe Kirk Cousins was the guy for that job. And then you move on from Kirk Cousins because you feel like he wasn't doing enough. And now you have this situation because of the quarterbacking decisions you have made. And there's not a chance that Jay Gruden is gone. Jay Gruden is gone. This is it.
Well, okay, let's just say perfect scenario, though. Colt McCoy comes back, right? We know Gruden has that comfort with him.
Correct.
Maybe they get some other players back that were injured last week. And they give the Patriots a run. Maybe they keep the game even close. And there's just a spark of optimism. What makes you think that front office, who never likes to fire during season, or at least get rid of head coaches during the year, think maybe we have something here? Because you look at the Redskins' schedule,
They've got some tough matchups coming up, but they have some ones that they can win. I don't think Jay Gruden's era is over yet. I don't think so.
Well, if
and
Jay
players,
Gruden's era isn't over, then that's bad on Daniel Snyder, because the era should be over, because now you're going on your 4th quarterback and you haven't been successful.
they picked the quarterback.
Totally understand that, Diana. You're fussing with the wrong person. My point is this. You know what Case Keenum is. You know what Colt McCoy is. Now find out what your young guy is. This is beyond Jay Gruden now.
Well, and I'll make 2 final points. I mean, it hasn't worked. Let's be clear. The Redskins have won just 1 game since Alex Smith's injury, and obviously that was unforeseen. But there was no plan. There was a tough plan before that and a tough plan after that. And also, at this point, Dwayne Haskins didn't play in college. You know, he just, in order to learn, I think, in order to see what they have, at some point, this young man has to step in. Whether he can do the job is up for debate. You have to find out.
One final thing that I agree with Ryan. The one thing I like what Ryan's saying, if you do roll him out, Jay Gruden, go look at Ohio State. Go look at Dwayne Haskins' top best 10 plays, the things that worked for him, install them into your offense, and try to put together something to make this kid comfortable if you're going to go with him.
That's got to happen when you draft him in the 1st round.
Right. I mean that's already should have been done.
The troubling thing, what I just heard, which is the first time I've actually heard that expressed, is that he drafted a quarterback, or they drafted a quarterback that he didn't want. I hadn't heard that been expressed yet. So if that's the case, that's not a good thing. I've not seen a quarterback get taken in the 1st round that a head coach didn't want.
You know who they wanted?
End well for both teams.
Do you want to the football side of the operation during the draft process, because I covered them? They wanted Daniel Jones. That's who they were locked in on. And if they weren't going to go Daniel Jones, they wanted to go defense.
Well,
and it came down to it. Bruce Allen and Dan Snyder
that's
made
the thing. If that's the case, and I believe that you're probably correct, then it's a sign of what's coming anyway. Then the chapter had already been written for the head coach and his staff. So we shall see. But again, obviously up for debate who will start next for the Washington Redskins.